All right, we're going to move on to theatre now in a brand new production called The University of Wonder and Imagination. It's from Cahoots NI, and this is all part of this year's Belfast International Arts Festival. I caught up with Paul McEneaney from Cahoots NI the other day. Here's what happened. Okay, so Paul, like a lot of people, I'm missing live performance, missing getting out to live theatre. I'm sure you guys are as well. I know you've got a very exciting project. We'll talk about that in a second. But when the pandemic first struck, you guys were right in the middle of doing a show in America, weren't you?
Yeah, we were. I think the guys were just outside San Francisco. We had a show called Penguins, which is a co-production with Birmingham Rep Theatre. A pretty successful show for us. We were in the middle of a 3-month tour of the US, and we had to bring everybody home. So, yeah, I mean, it sort of summed up around that time, February, March time. We had Penguins on tour. We were about to go on tour in Ireland with our show Secrets of Space. And we had 2 or 3 other development projects that were up and running. So yeah, I mean, it was just chaotic. We just obviously had to bring everybody home, and we had to just put a full stop on all of the work that we were currently doing, and rather frighteningly, everything that we were planning to do in the foreseeable future.
So what about the financial side of things? I mean, you must have lost a lot of money through this.
Well, I mean, it's strange, isn't it? I think back to, January, many people, in fact, there was quite a bit of press at the time about our business model, the fact that we were producing work for young audiences in Ireland, but we were taking work to China. We'd just actually come back from China in January. We're touring extensively in the US, and that business model was helping to support creating new work for our audiences here. That was something that people were applauding and going, this is great. And now I'm going, oh my goodness. Yeah, we've lost, I think, between March and the end of the summer in terms of international touring income, about £420,000. So it's a substantial amount of money. So yeah, our business model has had to change dramatically. But, I think we work in the arts, and I think we've got to be creative in what it is we do and how we respond to, because isn't that what art's all about? It's about responding to what's happening in society, or how we're feeling, or what's working or what isn't working. So, I mean, I think what we've managed to do, I think we had a month or two of just absolute blind panic and going, how are we going to sustain this? Are we able to come through this? Certainly not in the current business model that we had. And then we became creative. I think I stopped thinking like a producer and started to think again like an artist, and delved into that bag of tricks and going, hold on a second, we can do stuff. We can create work. We can be innovative. We can be good at what we do again.
So the next big project, you're taking this online. It's called the University of Wonder and Imagination. It's been described a bit like Hogwarts meets the Crystal Maze, isn't it?
That's a brilliant way to describe it. It is. It's online, and again, I have to be honest. I originally, when we put none of our work online during lockdown, because, I mean, if you know the work of Cahoots NI, you'll know that it's extremely visual. A lot of it is physical theatre mixed with theatrical illusion, wonderful stage lighting. So the theatre is where it needs to be. It never has worked really for us, as a recorded part of a recorded thing. It just needs to be eaten live, as it were. So how could Cahoots adapt to this digital world? And the University of Wonder and Imagination seemed like a really good idea, where we could bring people into a world that was actually inhabited by real actors. So I'm sitting to you in a building. It's in a secret location, where we have many different rooms in this building. And we have actors and performers in each of those rooms, and each room has a dedicated set. It's lighting, it's a world that our audiences can enter. Now, what's interesting about this piece is that this show is actually directed by the audience. They will arrive in the building into one location, and then they will randomly choose where they want to go and who they meet. and where they go and who they meet actually will determine the outcome or the experience that they're going to have on any given day. All I can tell you is it's absolutely packed to the gills with magic and illusion and wonder. That's the key.
Do you know, it sounds absolutely amazing. So when can we get the chance to come and enter this world then?
Well, we are premiering this show in Northern Ireland at the International Arts Festival, the Belfast International Arts Festival, and we're delighted. We'll open on October the 22nd, and we'll run through until November the 1st, and tickets can be purchased on the Belfast International's Festival's website.
Sounds like a great idea. Now, as well as that, you guys have also been developing a book as well, haven't you?
We have, during lockdown as well. That was another bit of work that we stood back and had a look at our how we create new work for children. Sometimes we take books that are in existence, like Chris Houghton's Shush, We Have a Plan, or Oliver Jeffers' the Incredible Book Eating Boy, and we turn them into stage adaptations. Our major project that was due to happen in 2021 was an original piece of work, a story that I had created with Charles Way called The Vanishing Elephant. Sort of finished in America with Harry Houdini vanishing this elephant, but we tell the story of the elephant and how it ended up on the stage of the Hippodrome in New York and vanished. So we had that script. We're working very closely with our partners, the Lyric Theatre, on that. It was scheduled to go to Broadway, the New Victory Theatre, and open there in May 2021. All of this is subsequently moved back by at least 12 months at this stage. But we thought, well, why don't we look at this in a different way? Why don't we create a book of that play? So we worked really closely with Charles Way, the writer, and Sabine D'Argent, the designer and illustrator. And we now have a book, and we're hoping to publish that just before Christmas. So now people can get the book before they see the show.
Brilliant. And Paul, I was thinking about Cahoots over the years as well. You guys must be one of the longest running theatre companies in Northern Ireland now.
Well, I think next year we will be 20. Wow. Which is, I can't get my head around that. I still feel like a 16-year-old, and I still think like a 16-year-old. So 20 years ago, it's been an extraordinary journey. And that's, I suppose that's what's interesting about running a theatre company, even, without the challenges of what's happening at present. Just, it's always different. We're always working on different projects. We're always touring to different countries. And I mean, fundamentally, at the end of the day, the most important thing is that what we're creating is relevant to young people and is exciting to young people. And I feel that energy still exists. I would say even more so now within the company. We have an ensemble of actors in this particular show that I've worked with over those 20 years. Sean Kearns, a fantastic actor from Northern Ireland, Hugh Brown, Philip O'Hara, Kayla McBride, the list goes on of people that over the 20 years have connected with Cahoots in more ways than many. And I feel this show is a sort of celebration of that. And that's come about by mistake, because of the circumstance that we all find ourselves in. So I'm loving that. I'm loving being in this building surrounded by actors, albeit socially distanced, because everybody is in their own room. That's what makes this project unique. So we have many different rooms with many different sets and many different actors, all socially distanced, with a camera at the ready to entertain and hopefully inspire.
All right, well, Paul, you've given us something to look forward to at the Arts Festival this year. So the very best of luck with the University of Wonder and Imagination. And congratulations on 20 years of Cahoots as well.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Thank you.